joining us here at noon, everybody. I'm Grace McKenna in for Brooke Hash this afternoon. Today is Kentuckiana's first day of school. Silver Creek School Corporation students headed back to class this morning. We were there as the buses rolled in. This year is a pretty special one for Silver Creek. Today it opened the final section of a major renovation at Silver Creek High School. The makeover includes a several 100,000 square foot expansion, including a brand new auditorium, a new broadcast center, and an expanded culinary arts facility. We spoke to one parent who says the renovations help more than just students.
I think it's wonderful because, as you can see, Sellersburg is growing very bigly, and they're going to need more schools, so they actually done an excellent job in providing it for the education of the kids. I think it looks real nice. I think it's real good. I think it's plenty of space, plenty of room, and that everything seems to be set up just perfect.
Silver Creek Superintendent Chad Briggs says the renovation also increased technology in the school and added a number of new collaborative spaces for students to work together more easily. The project cost $75 million and more than doubled the school's capacity for students from 500 to 1,200. Meanwhile, JCPS is just about a week away from heading back to class. In the lead up to the first day of school, new superintendent Dr. Brian Yearwood sat down with parents, teachers, and community members to answer your questions. Our Alex Dieterer was at a forum last night to hear your top concerns for the school year.
I'm Brian Yearwood, your new superintendent here in JCPS.
With just over a week until the start of the school year, the new leader of the district met with you, parents, teachers, community members, and answered your questions.
What other cuts are being made in the budget? What departments, what programs?
The $150 million budget cut over the next 2 years remains a top priority. Yearwood said cuts will be determined by late fall.
We must preserve salaries for teachers or staff, making sure that we're able to give the appropriate raises, and also making sure that we maintain a quality instructional environment.
Many JCPS teachers addressed concerns they had within the classroom today with Dr. Yearwood. One of those was the teacher shortage.
So is there a plan put in place to get classified people in? Because we're floundering with that, and we desperately need the help in all the schools.
The issue there is pay. We do not pay our assistants enough. Let's call it what it is. Right. Yeah.
Saying the budget deficit limits the ability to increase pay, but says the district is recruiting locally, nationally, and will look internationally if needed to fill the vacancies.
That is a possibility that we may have some long-term subs in the classroom. It's not ideal, and we'll be working to remedy that.
Yearwood also addressed the long-standing issue of a bus driver shortage.
How confident are you that transportation will go smoothly on Thursday?
I am very, very confident. I'm very optimistic.
The district has over 600 buses and plans to have 700 bus drivers by the start of the school year, hoping for a smooth start. Alex Dieterer, WHAS11 on your side.
The next community conversation with Superintendent Yearwood is this Wednesday at Fairdale High School from 5:30 to 7 p.m. And JCPS parents with questions or concerns about bus transportation can now call district hotline. JCPS opened the 485 ride line Monday, giving parents the opportunity to reach out to school officials for answers about day one transportation. Rachel Scott, the hotline's coordinator, says it's a vital resource for the JCPS school district.
It is definitely become one of our lifelines here. So it helps us just get the correct information out to families who may have questions. They may not know how to navigate our system here at JCPS. So we've become the resource that people can call with any sort of transportation related question, something that we can either answer on the phone for them. By the time that they hang up, they have the answer that they need, or if they don't have that answer, we'll go ahead and submit a ticket and get an answer to them at a later date.
Staff working the hotline will answer calls from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. JCPS says those hours could be adjusted depending on the number of calls. The first day of school at JCPS is August 7th. And for all Kentucky students heading back this year to the classroom, that's going to mean going without cell phones. And that's thanks to a new state law requiring districts ban phone use during instructional time or keep them out of schools altogether. It's up to each district and school to determine a policy for getting that done. Depending on each school's rules, students may have the opportunity to use phones during lunchtime or during after-school activities like athletics. Some districts have already started rolling out policies in recent years.
We've had this in place for a couple of years, and just by site-based councils at their schools, at particular schools, saying there is a Don't pull your cell phones out policy. Bell rings primarily at 8 o'clock, and so that's when we expect the phones to be stowed away.
At JCPS, the board decided on a policy that would ban the use of cell phones at school all day. It requires each school to determine how to enforce the rules. The law does have exceptions for medical emergencies or for medical needs and emergencies. While we're on the topic of school, we want to see your back to school photos. That first day is such a special time, and you can text them to the number on your screen. It's 502-582-7290. You just might be featured right here on WHAS 11. Well, Matthew, we want to come over to you. For the Silver Creek students who are starting today, I imagine that it is going to be a sweaty ride home on the bus.
Yeah, it really is going to be hot outside, especially on the bus as well. But yeah, man, we still do have that weather impact alert day for today. So yeah, definitely for some heat and humidity.
Yeah.
So we got to get ready for it.
We're going to be feeling it.
Yes, we are. So yeah, still do have that for us as we head towards the next couple of days, at least Tuesday through Wednesday. Still got some temperatures into the mid-90s for some extreme heat and humidity. So overall, we'll be tracking that out for you still over the next couple of days, but you need to make sure you stay cool and hydrated over the next several days as well. As look overhead, starting to see some darker clouds, but not expected to see any rain for this afternoon. Overall, current temperatures just into the upper 80s, not as warm as what we saw yesterday around this time, but starting to warm up as we head towards the next several hours. Those feel like temperatures starting to inch closer to the triple digits, already 102 in Shepherdsville, Louisville at 99 degrees, 101 in Seymour for this afternoon. Overall, still looking at those weather headlines, heat indices possible into the triple digits, and we're talking a rainy Thursday on the way, which will actually bring some nice weekend relief from the heat as we head towards this weekend. So I highly advise you start planning some outdoor events for this weekend because this is going to be a great one in store. Also, we'll still do have that heat advisory in effect through Wednesday around 8 p.m. pretty much for our entire area to Kentucky, Anna. So still going to see that dangerous heat out there for us. And as those current dew points still sticking to the upper 70s, so will those feel like temperatures as we head towards your Tuesday back into Wednesday. But I'll be timing out what you can expect for the cool down on the way for the later part of this week coming up in just a few minutes. We'll send it back over to you, Grace.
Matthew, thank you. New here at noon, Louisville Mayor Craig Greenberg says the Metro is reporting its second measles case this year, bringing the total number of cases in the Commonwealth to 14. This new case is linked to the first patient reported in Louisville earlier this month, and the mayor says both have been quarantining. Neither are related to the other 12 confirmed cases in Kentucky. It's unknown at this time if this latest patient was vaccinated. Health officials say there are vaccines available at Louisville Metro Public Health and Wellness clinics. And another major story here at noon. The Nelson County Sheriff and his chief deputy have been cleared of contempt of court charges. Sheriff Raymond Pineroa and Chief Deputy Brandon Bryan still face multiple charges after they were accused of illegally selling cars seized by the sheriff's office. Yesterday, the pair were in court after speculation they broke a judge's no-contact order with detectives who reported the car selling allegations. The contempt issue stems from Bryan accusing one of the whistleblowers of harassment for allegedly saying good morning to him multiple times. The detectives say Bryan then retaliated.
So I thought it was no unlawful contact. If I have to see him, I thought it would be far more rude to make eye contact with Brandon Bryan and not say good morning. I thought that would be rude. I thought that would upset him more than me saying good morning.
In court Monday, the judge said there is no proof the sheriff or chief deputy retaliated. Bryan and Pineroa are still set to go to trial for their criminal charges in October. Now to a new development in the Crystal Rogers case. Brooks has been ordered not to sell off his properties ahead of a civil trial. Houck was convicted of murder in connection to the death and disappearance of Barnstown mother Crystal Rogers. He is still facing a civil suit filed by Rogers' family. New court documents say Houck has made multiple phone calls from the Warren County Jail telling his relatives to sell his properties. According to court documents, in one phone call recorded with his sister, Rhonda McElvoy, Houck directly referred to the civil case as a reason for the sales. A judge Monday granted a temporary injunction to stop all sales of properties. Arguments are going to be heard on October the 8th. And this afternoon, Louisville Mayor Craig Greenberg celebrated 100 days of the Metro Emergency Services' new pre-hospital blood delivery program. Through the program, ambulances can carry blood supplies to give trauma victims. site before arriving at the hospital. According to U of L Health, the lead cause of preventable deaths in trauma victims is blood loss. Studies also show that for every minute a traumatic bleeding victim doesn't get blood, the odds they won't survive increase by 2%. Today, Louisville paramedic Major Dallas Chesser said 34 successful transfusions have been performed so far. He also spoke about how the program helps emergency crews provide effective care and save precious time.
We're bridging the gap between pre-hospital medicine and definitive care by delivering this oxygen-carrying, life-saving blood at the most critical moment, ensuring that no precious second is wasted in the fight to preserve life. So we've already learned a great deal. We're getting better every day. This is only the beginning.
The blood delivery program was announced in March and started in April. Today, local organizations that fight family homelessness in the metro got a major leg up. The city announced $4.5 million in grant funds will be distributed among 10 Louisville nonprofits, including the Coalition for the Homeless and Up for Women and Children. The funds are meant to ensure the organizations can continue their work.
It really hurts me to see that people don't understand when people don't have the basic things that we have. So I'm just asking for everybody to remember these people in your prayers. They're not there because they want to be. They're there because they don't have a choice. And I'm so glad to see that people like you guys are working to make a difference for these people and to make their life become normal as other people think it should be.
The funds come from the Bezos Day One Family Fund, which presents annual leadership awards to nonprofits and civic groups that help families without housing. The Day One Families Fund has given out about $750 million to organizations across the country since 2018.